Everybody, hello, welcome to Football Talks. We are back live again. If you have just jumped across from Forever United TV, welcome along. This is our other channel. We've just started it this year. Hit the subscribe button, make sure you pop a like on the video, but more importantly, get your comments into the live comment section right now. If you're catching up and you are a subscriber of the channel, you got a notification, but you were out and you're just watching it back, get in the comment section, talk to me about Newcastle finally signing a striker. Yes, everybody, breaking news. Newcastle have finally done it. It's took them all window. It's took them till 4 days left in the window, but they have got their man. And like I said, I'm shocked. You can hear it in my voice. All summer I've been talking about Newcastle missing out. Newcastle not getting their targets. Missing out on Hekatike. Missing out on Delap. On João Pedro. On Benjamin Sesko. You could name the striker. They've missed him. But exclusive. Newcastle have agreed a fee with Stuttgart to sign Nick Woltemade, and he is a £60 million investment with 4.5 million add-ons. Total package, in fact, comes to 65 million quid. Whoa! Bundesliga teams are getting bread for their strikers this summer, aren't they? You look at Ekatike, Benjamin Sesko, now Woltemade. Like, this is good business. Go back to the summer, to January, and you had Omar Mamouche from Frankfurt as well, that Manchester City took. That's a lot of bread. That's a lot of money spent by the Premier League teams on strikers from the Bundesliga. This is now confirmed with both Newcastle United sources and sources in Germany. The German international will travel to the northeast for a medical tomorrow. So Newcastle are probably in a bit of a rush here to register Woltemade to maybe play this weekend. You never know. He could feature in the team. It is going to be a bit of a relief for Newcastle fans, I feel. And if there's any Geordies in the chat, do get in there and talk to us, everybody. You've finally signed a striker. You've finally got the one that's, well, not the one you wanted, but what is it? Option 6, I think, or something like that for your number 9. Decent player, obviously has been talked about and was linked with Bayern Munich through the summer. A couple of other big clubs, Premier League clubs, have also been circling and looking at Woltemade. He is one of them that could strike it, could not strike it. I mean, nobody knows enough. Obviously, when we come to the transfer window, we're obviously looking at players, and some players pop up that we don't actually know a lot about. We only know of these players because of the bloody transfer window. So when you look at him, let's bring him up now and look at the stats and what he's actually bringing to Newcastle. And again, he's another tall player, absolute unit, 6'5" again. I think 6'6" actually. He might be. We'll double check that, but he's as big as Benjamin Sesko, if not a bit bigger. A bit of a brute. Not got much international experience. He has played this season already for Stuttgart in one game. No goals, obviously. But let's just check out his stats from last season, because I think he did have all right stats. I just need to double check this, because I was looking at him before. Someone mentioned him for Manchester United, actually. But I think he has got decent numbers from last season. Just going to check, because Bayern Munich were all over him at one point. So it's not bad. He's got 20 goal involvements, 17 goals, 3 assists in 33 games. So well and truly above the goal involvement every other game. In fact, he's a goal every other game, goal every 2. So decent strike off. Obviously, I've still got years on his side, with him only being 23. And I get very close. Like, his market value is only 30 million euros. So it just goes to show what happens at the end of the transfer window. If you don't get your targets early on in the window, if you have to go all the way to the end, you have to pay a premium to get the player in, to get the striker in particular. But they've got him. Are they bothered? That's the question that you would ask right now, isn't it? He's through the door. Newcastle fans are happy. They had that spirited performance against Liverpool. They're just missing that end product. Will Woltemade actually get the goals that Newcastle need? Get into the comment section, everybody. Do you know much about him? Would you have taken him at your club? Are there any Geordies in the house that are actually happy that you actually have got this player? Woltemade is a project, not good in the air or quick, but he's 6'6". How can you not be good at 6'6" in the air. It's another Weghorst, isn't it? Is it about Weghorst or is it a Benjamin Sesko? All these lanky big players. There is a particular target, it would seem. But what does this do in the bigger picture of things? Like, it's all good, Newcastle being happy, getting the player in through the door, and moving forward finally with getting a striker in. And it's great for Eddie Howe. But this has surely confirmed the big news, hasn't it? This has surely confirmed what we were talking about earlier on about Alexander Isaak. Let's just stop for a minute there. Alexander Isaak going from Newcastle to Liverpool. Is this an Isaak replacement? Is this now done? I would go out and get Johan Wieser to add to this strike force. If I was Newcastle right now, I know there's 150 million coming my way for Alexander Isaak. Go out and get 2 strikers. Really back yourselves. Go and get that done. By the way, everybody, I had to just do a quick shout out to both Stu and to Gray, mods here on Football Talks and on Forever United TV. Well done, granddads. They have just become granddads for the first time. So any of the mods in the house or anyone who knows them, members, pop your congratulations in there. They are now officially old men. They have got the granddads. They've got the granddad tag. So yeah, congratulations, guys. I was going to mention that before, but forgot. But Kaz has just reminded me now. Thank you, Kaz. Absolutely buzzing for you both, lads. Enjoy dropping the kids back off and going back home. He's at to Liverpool then. They're already got Salah and Ekitike, for God's sake. They're miles ahead of us at this rate. We'll be 5 titles behind them. Liverpool looking very strong. I think when everyone's seen this headline, I try to start off with the Newcastle side of things and big up them and give them their dues and obviously talk about what's coming for them, because it is big for Newcastle, that it is. But everybody knew the plot behind this, and the bigger story behind this was now Alexander Isaak has got a clear pathway to move to Liverpool. I think tomorrow a bid goes in, if not tonight, for Alexander Isaak from Liverpool. I think Newcastle know that it's coming. And I think the talks with Isaak the other day, which was around him trying to stay, they didn't convince him. He told them straight that he's going to go to Liverpool. He only wants to go to Liverpool. And now that that's been confirmed, they've gone out the next day and got a new striker in Woltemade. So now you're looking at Isaak just following on from this. Newcastle about to pocket a shed load of money. Liverpool fans, Newcastle fans, you've got to be happy with what's happening right now. A saga is coming to an end, a big saga, probably the biggest that there's ever been in Premier League history. And I'm not building that up into something it's not either. I actually do believe that this has probably been one of the biggest the biggest. It is. Because it's going to be a British transfer record fee. It's going to be a player that went AWOL, one of the best in the world, in the prime of his career, going from a Champions League qualified team, challenging for that again, to a Champions winning side who are challenging to win the Premier League and the Champions League. There wasn't many step-ups from Newcastle for Isaak, apart from the likes of Liverpool or one of the other big European clubs across the globe. So this is a massive transfer, a huge one. And the fact that it had all the drama behind it, it had all of the implications to certain other transfers, Newcastle's hunt for a striker that never ended up being, and now right in the last week, Isaak is going, a new striker is coming in, maybe another one coming in as well with the money they're getting for Isaak. I think this is now... I feel you can easily title this as the biggest that there has been. The price tag alone is massive. Adam, you might regret this dismissal of Woltemade. He is a real talent. I'm not dismissing him, mate. I was just reading the comments out. I've just read his stats, and that's quite decent. Every other game is a goal involvement. In fact, last season, every 2 games he scored a goal in the Bundesliga and the domestic cup. So. I'm not saying he's a bad player at all. I think, look, Bayern Munich were after him, so that tells you everything. What gets me, Arsenal play Gyökeres straight in. We don't play Sesko, says Christopher. So why are Arsenal putting Gyökeres straight into a side and United not putting Sesko straight into a side? United package. Is that right, Tom? Have we got a here we go on Garnacho? I'm just checking this now because we was going to move on to the news around Chelsea and what's actually happening. Just checking. Yes, we do have a breaking news. Here we go. I'm going to have to just do a separate video on Forever United TV after we finish this live, actually, for Garnacho. But this is now confirmed deal. Total package worth 38.5 million. United have buckled on it. Garnacho Chelsea, 40 million fixed fee and 10% sell-on from United. I'm just reading it. 7-year deal for Alejandro Garnacho. Wowzers. That's a long contract. That's a Chelsea deal right there, isn't it? Here we go. I said it'd happen tonight. I said it'll happen tonight for Garnacho, but well, we're live. We finished on Forever United TV. I'll do a separate one with all of this and everything included in it. So we'll finish up on Football Talks with all the other news we've got to get through first, and then I'll say my piece on Garnacho a little bit later on Football Talks, everybody. But yeah, it is now official. Manchester United have sold a player. Finally. Newcastle have bought a player. Finally. It is all going on in the football world right now. And this deadline day, deadline window, the end of the transfer window and deadline day coming, we all knew it was going to start getting heated. It was going to start really popping off. And now we're there. We are officially there, everybody. Everything is starting to happen. And when Newcastle sign a striker, it means it's really happening. It means it really is happening because that is big news for them. And obviously the Isaak thing, which will come off the back of it. I was talking earlier on as well on the video today on Football Talks about Mark Guehi also going to Liverpool. That would be even scarier than Isaak for me because that's Liverpool's weakness. I think they're scoring goals and they're all right at the moment. But I just said before, I think their defence is probably their weaker part. They're looking a bit soft, Liverpool. If they sign Guehi, sorted, I think. To be honest, I think he's an even bigger signing than Isaak right now. Robbie says, Liverpool fan in the chat, Adam, does 130 million plus get Isaak? What do you think? Yes. At this point, it does. I think. And the next bid that goes in would have been communicated already, I feel, and no. And Liverpool, I think, know that the bid is going to actually be accepted. At this stage of transfers, I do think that this is actually a point, and this is how United have also done, because it's like they do all of the groundwork. So they know that their first bid, 110, it needs to be a bit more than that. They've done some work, sold a couple of players, worked out the finances, waited a little bit of time, made sure that this was going to be a bid that they could put in, knowing that they were going to get the green lights. Now, Newcastle signing Woltemade, I think, has just cleared the pathway for that. They now know that Newcastle probably would be looking to bring in a little bit of money to cover, and they know that Isaak isn't going. So he confirmed to the club that he's not staying at Newcastle this week. He's also made it very, very clear he wants to go to Liverpool. And Newcastle have taken that. They've then gone out and bought a striker, and now Liverpool will come in, I feel, tomorrow, having 130 million. I don't think Newcastle are going to turn down a British transfer record fee for Alexander Isaak. I now believe he is going to be a Liverpool player this season, and it is going to top off what has been probably one of the most craziest transfer windows we have ever witnessed. And that, I think, that's unquestionable. It is. I've never known the amount of money being spent. I've never known deals go on for so long, sagas last so long. And it all started with that opening extra month in June. It's been bleeding crazy, hasn't it? 3 months, quarter of the year open for the transfer window has been an absolute a transfer bonanza. And I think Isaak going right at the end of it just tops it all off. I think that is really, that's the big news. That's the important one, I think, for everybody. Right now, and just getting that done, I feel is massive for not just the Premier League, because not just for Liverpool but the Premier League, but keeping Isaak in the Premier League, I think, is also massive. Just going through the other news as well, which is going out there. which is Arsenal forward Kai Havertz to go under surgery after a decision made as a best course of action for a knee issue that isn't a major procedure. Plus hope expectation, the 26-year-old German international not set to miss lengthy period before making Arsenal return. So Ornstein obviously breaking that news. That was what really prompted Arsenal into the market. Again, big game this weekend. Liverpool against Arsenal. Obviously, Isaak was another one of them sagas. Now, there is another one on top of that because Xavi Simons now looks like he's destined for Spurs because Tottenham have come in and hijacked Chelsea's bid for Xavi Simons. Now, Chelsea sold in Kunku in hope that they could then go out and get their next target, which has now been proven and is Alejandro Garnacho. So that's happening. And then you've got, obviously, trying to get Simons and waiting around. Chelsea needing to sell Jackson and waiting for the best price for Jackson. Spurs have come in and done what Arsenal did to them and take Xavi Simons away now. So Simons coming to Spurs. Isaak going to Liverpool. Woltemade going to Newcastle. Garnacho is going to Chelsea. It's been quite a busy few days. Obviously, in that little bit there, I did just say that Isaac's going to Liverpool. That's just an expectation. By the way, everybody, on Sunday we are doing a watch along for the Liverpool and Arsenal game, and I am going to break in something completely new for the channel as well. So brace yourselves for that. We're taking the content up a notch this weekend, everybody, and we are doing a match bingo special on Football Talks for Liverpool against Arsenal. So scan the QR code up on your screen right there, everybody. This is just for Football Talks and the Arsenal and Liverpool game this weekend. Get involved by scanning that QR code there, and we play match bingo alongside the watch along on the day. Dead easy. If you haven't listened to me explain how to play match bingo before on Forever United TV, simple as that QR code takes you straight into the download app store. You would download the app completely free, make an account free, just deposit £5, minimum deposit of £5. That will be doubled as a new customer by Match Bingo to £10 instantly. It's £2 a card, and all you do is play bingo with match events. So you might hit the post in a certain minute, a goal might be scored in a certain minute, a certain player might score a goal. All of these are match events, and instead of numbers on a 15-number card at bingo, you get match events. Cross them off as they go on through the game. If you get a line, it's 25 quid instantly. Not bad for a £2 card. Another 25 quid for another line. Again, not bad, double your money. Well, then you could be in line for up to £200 more if you get all 15 of them. So scan the QR code, please, everybody. The link is also in the description on the video as well. So get involved in that. We are doing a special on the watch along this weekend on Sunday for Liverpool versus Arsenal. This is this is now, I feel, what I think is you cannot say that 3 games in it's the biggest game of the season, but it is, because you can't lose a game in the Premier League anymore. And this is Arsenal's big test. This is Arsenal's big test this weekend. New players in, everyone available. Go out there and beat Liverpool at Anfield. That's what Arsenal have to do for me. And we'll be there watching it and covering it and making sure that you are fully up to date with everything going on. So yeah, busy day today in the transfer market. But this weekend, some massive games. Newcastle's at Leeds. That's a really interesting one on Saturday night as well. I will definitely be tuned into that. I cannot do a watch along on that one because I'm travelling back from Old Trafford. And obviously we've got our evening shows to do as well. We have got a call in on a big up as well straight after the live show on Saturday evening from the Burnley game. So usual protocol on Saturday. We're going to be doing the YouTube show, and then we're obviously going to be going and getting everything covered with your thoughts and your call-ins on Big Up after that as well. Let's get a few more comments in, everybody. Let me know what you're thinking. Grimsby are the giant killers. Robbie, yes they are. Can't deny it. 100 likes in the bag as well, everyone. Thank you so much. Love that. We are going to be... I will do a separate video on the Garnacho news with all the detail on Forever United TV in just a moment's time as well, everyone. So you can watch that later on, that you will. We've covered everything else on FUTV already, and that's you fully up to date here on Football Talks as well, everyone. We're going to finish it up there. Just wanted to do a little live show on the back of FUTV just to bring you up to date with all of the news, keeping it fully up to date, and I think we've covered everything. I think we've got it done. So again, cheers everyone for being part of it. Thank you, mods. Congratulations to Stu and Gray again in becoming grandparents. Absolutely buzzing for you both. A big congrats. Hope everything goes well there. Thank you for getting involved in the poll. Forever United TV is coming in just a moment's time. But here on Football Talks, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. The channel is growing and starting to gather momentum now, everyone. So thank you again. I'll be seeing you all tomorrow with more updates here on Football Talks. For now, that's it for today. Cheers, everyone. I'll see you all over in a bit on, FUTV. That's the one.